Mic testing. Oh, looks good. We'll be starting here shortly, y'all. Oh, what's going on, y'all? Happy Monday. Hope you all had an awesome weekend. Welcome back. It is time to look at some price action and plenty of stuff to talk about. Well, sometimes there isn't. We have been sideways as hell for a long time. But overall, we did get those hammer candles that we were looking for on Friday's stream. So pretty nice reaction by the bulls for that little sell-off. Very nice. Definitely like that. But anyway, we'll get into that in a second. Let's intro it up. This is Z-Rex speaking with no noise. We're May 15th, about 11 in the a.m. Again, happy Monday. And let's just jump right into it to follow up on those hammer candles. So on Friday, we were looking for bullish continuation. We were looking for actually exactly this candle, looking to come back up into range and close up and look pretty sexy. And we actually got that on ETH, and we got that on Mama Bear too. So, I mean, that's pretty nice. 2 days of lulls because weekend price action is pretty much non-existent nowadays. That's been a thing pretty much since the futures came out. Let me double check my settings. Yeah, we're good. And so now we're getting that follow through today. Perfect bullish price action. This is exactly what the bulls should have did if they're strong. This is really solidifying right around, that 27,000, maybe upper 26. If you want to stretch it a little bit, kind of where the bottom of this tail is and kind of these tails in general. So pretty nice reaction. Now we got to get the follow through from the bulls, which would be like just getting back up here above 28K and trying to take out this trend line here. Let's go to Ethereum. And Ethereum, I guess you could say, has a similar trend line, maybe. It only has 2 touches. Usually you want 3. But, it's got something like that going. That's making my chart a little too dirty. We don't need that. But this getting back above probably about 1870-ish would be equivalent to Bitcoin's just getting back above, that 28-ish in this trend line as well. So far, really good reaction from the bulls. I do like that a lot. Let's see if we zoom down, zoom in. Maybe my chart can load. You can do it. All right. So this is definitely an important attempt right here to start the week off on this lower time frame. The bulls really need to take the reins from right here and not let the bears get back below that 27K-ish area. Maybe you could, like I said earlier, you could stretch it to like 26.6, 26.7, like, mid upper 26,000s. They really got to defend that now, because if we start getting comfy below there with this candle setup, that means 24K is very likely. But very nice reaction so far from that hammer candle printing up at the end of the day. Let's see, futures obviously looking about the same thing. GBDC. Would also love to see GBDC get back above 15 too, coinciding with Bitcoin back above 28,000. That would look really sexy time for just a little liquidation dump fest before continuation. Let's look at futures, pretty much same thing on ETH. And look at this. So Litecoin, wow, okay, so Litecoin's literally doing exactly what I'm talking about, what we need to see. We are getting right up to the trend line. Right back into all this business. This is looking pretty damn good, y'all. That I wasn't 100% super confident. I mean, nobody's 100% really, but wasn't real confident that we would get that hammer candle on Friday like we were talking about. What we did, and this thing is just freaking, man, Litecoin saying suck it. Charlie Lee right off this 200 little cluster. Bears trying to make lower lows right on major supports. And, we were talking about that major support area around 75 bucks. We bounced off that thing like immediately and get continuation. If this closes like this, especially if we can close a little bit higher over this trend line at about 88, 888888, all eights, if we can get above that, we would engulf all of these trend lines and, the moving averages and the trend line, and that would look really good for Litecoin to get back up into this blue box range here. Would look very, very sexy. So very nice reaction so far for the bulls. So yeah, I did ended up nibbling a little bit on Saturday, like I was talking about on Friday's stream. So I did a little bit of scoopy scoops. Give me 1 second. Oh, sorry about that. It's just a little business text I had to send real fast. Anyway, we are getting some pretty good reactions, especially from Litecoin. I actually really like that. I haven't looked at charts yet until I started doing the stream, so that was a nice little surprise there. Very good reaction there, Mr. Charlie. All right, ETC coming in the same thing. And that gives me a little bit more confidence that I might buy a little bit more on some of these altcoins that haven't popped yet. Like I actually really like this chart for XRP. I did nibble some of this a couple days ago because this is just too easy, man. This risk is only like about 3.5%. What's going on, Casey Lewis? How you doing? Welcome back. Happy Monday. Yeah, and this is just too easy for me. When you get 3% risk I'll pretty much stop out at about 41 cents on this trade. But I feel a lot better holding it now, especially given that Litecoin and this couple reactions here are pumping up off of those hammer candles. So that looks pretty damn sexy. I would also bail on this trade if Bitcoin got back below 2666. Of course, look at that. It's 26663. Wow, cool. Cool meme powers. Anyway, so yeah, this is giving me a little bit better conviction that maybe going a little altcoin shopping right now might not be the worst idea. What's going on, Hamadam19? I'm not sure what that says, but welcome. Good to see you in here. Let's see. Look at this. Tron is actually getting a little engulfing candle off of this attempted sell-off from the Thursday-Friday. Looking very sexy here. I really like this price action. The only thing it's really got to do is clear about 7.2 pennies. We get above 7.2 cents. Our target up here around 10 cents really starts to come to fruition. So very nice. There is a lot of resistance in the 8.5 handle So that would be like the next little stop, and then we can reassess there. But on the longer term, that definitely opens up those doors. Oh yeah, Casey Lewis dumping with his ideas. I love it, man. We'll go look at those here in a second after I run through the list here. This one doesn't look as good, but given that Bitcoin and Litecoin and Ethereum, kind of the top three, so to speak, just the OGs of the space, if you will. And Doge, you could probably throw in there too, even though people would probably argue with me on that one. This one looks a little bit weaker than the others, but man, we are just barely holding on. And as long as it's above about $5 flat, can't really hate it too much. And if we get continuation from those Ethereum and Bitcoin charts, this could look pretty sexy for a run, probably all the way back up into the mid sixes, and then reassess. But losing 5, no bueno. Look at this, Cardano, Charles, Mr. Hotchkiss, he's freaking rallying right, or not quite rallying yet, but supporting right up on this trend line between the long and short term moving averages. This is pretty good. I actually like this chart a lot above 35 cents as well. Kind of in a similar vein as XRP and XLM. This one looks pretty damn good, man. What would make it look real good is if we got back above like 40 cents. That would look super sexy. Link is actually the devil's number right now as it just chills in the lower end of its range. Oh, look, it's in the range. Isn't that crazy? It's never done this before. Anyway, as long as it's above, in this range, I mean, it's just range trading. There just isn't anything else to talk about on this on Link coin. Let's see. EOS getting caught by a little hammer as well on Friday. Oh, man, that's beautiful. I love when I see hammers at major support levels like this because it just really solidifies those areas and confirms those areas as major support or shooting star if it was a resistance area on the upside. But right now we've got the hammer for the bottom side. And so as long as this is holding like 85 cents, this looks really good. If it lost 85 cents, then we might go into black hole mode. So do be wary of that. Bitcoin Cash, very nice. Pumpage, dumpage, and attempting to pump again. There is definitely some volume playing around here, so that is noteworthy. Let's ratchet down a little bit and see if bulls are attempting to gain. They are attempting to gain the power zone. The struggle is real, though. The actual bulls and bears have been in the upper end of the power zone for almost, what is that, like 3 weeks or so? That's pretty rare. That just puts weight on the thing we've been talking about a lot, that the moves coming out of this compression on most stuff are going to be gigantic. They're going to be very large. So we go into the black hole, guys? We going to zero, or we going to moon? Well, right now, it does lean on the moon side just a little bit. I actually really like this candle getting back in range. Let's see if we can get some continuation. Looks like there is some small little mini resistance at about 120-ish on the lower time frames. But I do like this, kind of watching this DMI, see if the bulls can push the bears back down into the lower teens. And definitely if they get into the weak zone, I'll be looking for this thing to test the upper side of this range. Let's see. Oh, very nice. I like this. This is probably sitting right at the 618. Yes, it is, right on top of it. Oh, very good. Sorry. I slept kind of weird and twisted my, I don't know. Yeah, good. Sucks when you get older. You're like, oh, what? Then your 20s, you can do like anything. And then in your 30s, you pretty much are like never sore in your 20s. And then your 30s, you can like sleep wrong and you wake up sore. You're like, oh, what the hell? I'm sure it only gets worse from here, too. Anyway, this looks really good above 33 handle. I really like this chart above 33 handle. Faux show. We actually didn't look at the weeklies on Mama Bear. Let's jump back over there to the weekly. Yeah, it's whatever. Finding a little support off all of these EMAs. And look, we got the 21 EMA ratchet up even a little higher. It's 25.5. So you already know 21 EMA is incredibly important on Bitcoin. And so as long as it's riding above that, it is by the dip mode for me personally. And until we do probably at least 2 opening closes below the 21 at this point. 24K is the easy way to look at it too. But now that the 21's above it, comfortably above 24, I'm going to be using that. And as long as we got weekly candles still building above the 21, then it's all good in the hood. Kind of same for Ethereum. So anyway, okay, let's get back to where we were. BSV. No, we are at XMR now. Look at this. XMR mega super flat. I actually nibbled some of this over the weekend. This one's just a little too easy for risk management. I mean, we're right here at this trend line. It's less than 3% away. And so if we lost, 150 or this trend line, I'm going to bail on this trade. But this compression, man, is pretty good. And, I'm just doing like some smaller positions, not getting too crazy, because this compression does lead to just gigantic moves. And sometimes you can just get caught on the wrong side. But given the structures and being above, the weekly on Mama Bear and all this stuff, we're bullish on all the time frames up to a monthly now on Bitcoin. So, I kind of have to just lean slightly to the bullish side. Oh, let's see. Zcash, pretty decent here. Trying to find some support. Maybe a sloppy ass H pattern right here, possibly. As long as this thing's above like $31, it's okay. And ultimately, this 29 horizontal is the line in the sand. Below that, it does go into black hole mode. Look at this, the extra long bump and run pattern, possibly. A lot of resistance, though, at like $47. Maybe we're about to get a little run up to there. It's at 42 right now. Hell yeah, 42. And bouncing off this trend line. So, I mean, this is the spot where bulls should definitely defend a deeper retrace. And you can look left here, and we got a lot of business right here between 39 and 43. So it's kind of just getting caught in that business. What would look a lot most sexy is getting comfy above 43 bucks. Doji Poo. Oh, beautiful hammer candle on Doge. This is great. Wow, this thing went all the way down to 666. Here we are again. 666 is the freaking line in the sand for Doge. I guess Elon has all his bids at 666 because he would do that. And man, this is, y'all, we've been talking about 666 for a long time. It's been on the chart. I mean, you can clearly see, all looking left, going all the way back to the fall pump over here, that is definitely an important level. And with this hammer candle, man, this is very sexy. This should be getting love up to probably close to 8 cents, and then we'll have to reassess when it gets into this little cluster fuck of moving averages. But very nice, man. I love some of these hammer candles we've seen just solidifying supports. Now, when does it get shitty and bearish is if we just start eating back into the tails of said hammer candles. And usually you don't want to go past about like 50% into the tail to keep the hammer candle structure nice and girthy and strong. Here we are just going sideways as hell still on stacks. Still holding up. Nothing different about this one from last video. As long as it's holding like 58 cents, it's fine. Just kind of getting an extended liquidation break, it looks like here. And no Momo anywhere. There's no momentum on all the way back to pretty much early April, so over a month. And yeah, it's down just like a little bit for sure. But on the oscillators, though, there is a fight for real. Look at this DMI just sandwiched between the neutral zone. So, and this actually, by the end of this week, it's meeting this trend line. So should get resolution on this guy fairly soon. This looks pretty good too, kind of getting caught by, there's always those same like 3 charts in crypto that we've had for the last year pretty much. So this is one of them getting caught by looking left at the beginning of the year. Looks okay as long as it's above this little cluster at about 4.2. Of course, that's where it is. When in doubt, just guess a meme number, and that's probably where the support or resistance is. That's the technical analysis 101, if you didn't know. Anyway, looks okay here. Barely holding on to this tail, but we are getting a little bit of a bullish push today. And look, again, I'm like only halfway joking about that meme thing. Look at this, 69 is where the freaking support is on this. As long as we're above 69 pennies on XRD, looks pretty good. I actually nibbled some of this one over the weekend as well. Some Radix, baby. Oh, the hog, man. I haven't heard hog's name in a while. Oh, Hex coin did not get no love. The pulse chain is live. It actually, mainnet finally went live after many, many delays. If you follow Hex and Richard Hart and all the Hexicans, they finally went live on it. I don't think they have bridges yet for new onboarding for Pulse. It's a lot of stuff. I'm not going to get into all the experimental things they did. It's a cool idea. If you don't know about it, it's worth just reading a little bit about it. Or I know Richard Hart is a controversial figure in the space. He's been around since pretty much the very beginning, back in Roger Ver and Gasson and all these other dudes. I mean, they just been around for a long time, and he's trying something else. Yeah, people call him a scammer, whatever. I don't know. It's crypto, so it is interesting. They like airdropped everything at $0, and I guess it's going to be just kind of depending what the market wants to value everything at. And it's pretty. They forked the entire Ethereum chain, so you got Pulse versions of everything on Ethereum, all the URC20s and all that stuff. So it's pretty interesting, man. I don't think anyone's done something like that exactly the same way he did it, especially like launching it at zero value, because there was some tax stuff like that, so it didn't trigger tax. I mean, there's reasons to the madness that he did it. Like I said, I'm not going to go all the way into it. Y'all can go research that. But apparently everyone's dumping Hex to pretty much go to Pulse. And as soon as Pulse gets like some charts and all that, we'll start following it as well. But I don't think that those are out just quite yet. But it looks like people are moving off of the Hex to the actual new chain, which was the plan pretty much from the get-go. Let's see. VeChain still okay. I mean, that's one of those similar charts as True and some of the other ones. Looks okay above, like 1.8. I don't like it a whole lot below 2 cents, though, so I really want to see bulls get back above 2 cents. Alrighty. Cosmos just going sideways. Oh, man, bulls best be stepping it up soon. We have this nice Wednesday candle hovering above here. Looks pretty good above 1050. We lose 1050. Watch it. Osmos, what are you doing? Osmos is still in black hole mode, so this kind of sucks. Until it gets back above, you already know, 69 cents. Then, meh. Very nice reaction here. Little cluster trying to find some structure low or some structure support off of this here, right around 180s. Still looks a little bit heavy below like $2. So really want to see it get back above $2. And then there's a lot of resistance at that 220 level. And this thing's just been getting worked by this trend line for the entire year pretty much. So let's look at the weekly real quick. Right on the mama, and on a huge, wow, the weekly printed a huge doji, giant range doji here. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, above 180s, it's okay. It's okay. All right, let's go to traditionals. Oh, look. I haven't done shit. We're still sideways. How cool. It's up a whopping 0.06% today. What the shit, man, is this crap? I don't know. These traditional markets are super confused about rates and the Fed. Are they going to ease? Are they going to blah, 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 whatever? I don't know. Until we're above 4,200, I just really don't care about bulls. That's been the same narrative for a long time on ES. And, oh, yeah, and for the downside is 40.80. So y'all know we talked about that a lot, all back up in here, about 40.80 being the resistance zone. Now it's previous resistance turns to support, and 42 is that. So 40.80 and 4,200 is the range here. Oh, NASDAQ, what are you doing? Just hovering above 13.3. Looks fine above 13.3. It's trying to build out the chart, but there is noteworthy zero Momo for the bulls. There's no momentum on this shit. So a little bit concerning there. We get back below 13, and the 200 are right below that at 32.8. That is mega super support. We lose that, we're probably at least taking this out. And I think off this structure, if we lost that again, we probably do make fresh lows from this local low here. Russell trying to rally here. One more again. We've talked about the 1740s a lot. We have bounced off that area like infinity times. And here we are just finding resistance at the 21. So this thing is just doing the same old stupid dance off the major horizontal up to the 21 and usually getting rejected. There's a couple little one-offs in there, but we'll see if we get any follow-through. No momentum either on the rut. Yeah, just nothing even on a 3-hour, man. Just super sideways. Really want to see it get back over, really needs to be 1800. I know that's about 40 points away, but it really needs to get like 3-4 daily open and closes above 1800 to not look so shitty. This doesn't look great. Pretty nasty below 1400. DAX has been just hovering. Look at this. Why aren't we getting any follow through from the bulls right now? What is this shit? It's kind of like over here. Like they should be pumping, banging up on the ceiling, then they sell off, do a late bang. A late bang, that's the technical term. And now we're just lollygagging up here. I don't know. What are bulls supposed to do? Make price go up. Why are they not doing that? Why? VIX backing off a little bit today. Did we get that close on Friday above 100? Oh my God, $100.54. So I mean, technically that is above, but that's a pretty weak close above 100. I had to see, and remember, open and closes are more important too. But I mean, technically that is a close above 100. So, but we're not getting no follow through from that today. Just kind of lollygagging, not really doing much on that. Let's go to Earl. What's Earl doing? Ooh, Earl's trying to rally up here. Dang. Needs to get back above 73, which is the edge of this box. You can see it did one test here. Rejection. Here's a beautiful hammer. As long as this is above like 69, of course it's 69. As long as it's above about 69 bucks, it actually does look pretty good. And I do like today's candle engulfing the bear's attempt on Friday to bring this back down. If we close like this today, I would look for a pretty decent chance for bulls to get back up into this blue box. Then we'll have to kind of reassess. Nat gas. Oh, snap. Look, Nat gas on Friday. Oh, wait, Monday. I forgot the close of Nat gas is like a weird time, like 11 a.m. or something. But man, we got a nice candle. So we've been talking about Nat gas. Does look like it's finally basing. It hasn't looked like this. This is a nice rounded kind of bottom. See, this one's kind of sloppy and a little bit ugly. And the EMAs aren't as nice as they are over here. But this actually looks pretty good. It looks the best that it's looked in over a year. So noteworthy. We got nice volume on there. We got higher lows building up. Next attempt is a higher high, so that'd be above 252. We get that, man. This is actually starting to look pretty good. And we get some Momo on, excuse me, we get some Momo on this, and we're probably looking for a run close to $3. Oh, look at this. Lolly McLaughlin T-bonds. The 30-year is just sideways as F. Okay, cool. Barely holding on. We lose 129. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 114 on ZN, same thing. Man, those are just so boring to look at. They've just been ping-ponging for so long. I got a couple alerts. Oh, thanks for the follows. AW Party and Melendez 888. Appreciate that if y'all are still in here. TMF, not TMI. Looks like we're slowly going to the other side of range. Usually you get fast other side of ranges from false breakouts, but we're getting that slow grind. Again, just showing the confusion of the market participants around the Fed, mostly because the rate hikes and all that shit and blah, 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 whatever the hell Powell says. And yeah, I don't really care about any of that. I just like to watch the charts. As Bernard would say, show me the charts and I'll tell you the news, right? So an example for that is if ES got comfortably over 4,200 and started rallying, then the news would probably have come out that the Fed is maybe going to ease or back off or do something along those lines, right? TNX kind of just, man, look at this cluster F right here, just barely holding on. A back above 370, you already know that would put a lot of pressure back on the markets if we saw that. And Dixie is getting that nice pumpage here, putting pressure on the metals at least, like hardcore. But we're getting a little stalling today. Kind of just the market's kind of deciding, oh, are we actually going to rally from here? It does look really good above 102.20 though, to be fair. Casey's still here. Awesome, brother. We're about to go to your actually, you know what? Let's just go to them right now. Let's check it out. MU. That's Micron. Dang, Micron, sexy time. It's actually a pretty damn good looking chart. Nice saucer. Nice little trend line right here. A lot of resistance though at 64, pretty much 65 bucks is mega resistance. But an open and close on a daily above 65, that bitch probably is going to run to 75. Let's look at the weekly. Yeah, I mean, this actually looks pretty good. I like this kind of little W pattern in here too. Really needs to clear 65. And what'd you say? You got entry at 62.92. Stop. Yep, nice. 2-to-1. I like it, sir. I like it. Very nice. And then you're already in the money a little bit. 64. Oh, you're so close to your target, man. And 64.31 is like right on the edge here. You are like right at the top. And we are getting ever so close to that. If it was me and it got to like 64, like anywhere just above 64, I'd probably count that as good enough for me. Of course, that's you've got your shit laid out and it's working out pretty good so far. So nice job on that. Let's see, Baidu. Let's check out Baidu. Yeah, I like that chart though. Baidu, I don't like this chart near as much. It is kind of building a inverted head and shoulders here. Let me draw it out just in case you kind of can't see what I'm looking at here. It's not done. It still needs this part of the right shoulder. Are we about to build that now? Possibly. And clearing the, what is that, 155 level would oops, hold up. Let's give it a measured move, possibly. I'll put a measured move up into this cluster at 260. So, what do you got? Entry at 127. Oh, so you just entered here. 2-to-1, target of 135. Oh, I like that. That trade I actually do kind of like because 135 is not aggressive. That's very conservative. The chop in the middle of this range. And if this is going to kind of build out, I like where the mama is too. Pretty much agreeing with you that 135 is good resistance. And so that's actually a pretty good trade, man. I cannot hate on that one. You always got some pretty good ideas, man. All right, let's see here. Let's go to Hog. The Hog. What the? Oh, oops. Not Hog slash. Harley Davidson, what you doing, boy? Yeah, it's not great. Man, I don't really like. Oh, a short entry. Oh, she Nikes. I haven't noticed you do many shorts. Okay, cool. I'm glad that you did play both sides. Short at 33.50. So you're kind of in the money already. Very nice. You're already in the money, 2.5%. You got a target of 30 bucks. 30 bucks for me is a little aggressive because that's putting you all the way at the very bottom of all this price action. So if bulls were going to step in anywhere, they probably would step in a little bit before that because there's this gap here too at about 30.60. So I would think about $31. Like bulls would probably step in pretty swiftly if they are. Still pretty good. Still pretty good trade though. I like the setup. We're just kind of deep in this sell-off here. Let's zoom out a little bit. Yeah, you can see 30's even below the weekly body, which is the bottom of it's at 30.80. So, that's just my opinion, of course. Do your own thing. That's all good. That's what's beautiful about the market. There's a million ways to skin the cat. But just personally, that would be how I would look at it. I would probably look for more like low 31s. Because 30 is a little bit aggressive. And hell, if it got to 30, shit, this bitch might even break down further. I guess no one wants Harley Davidsons or something. I don't know. All right, all right, we already did that. Let's go to gold. Hey, look at gold, man. Doji on Friday. Very nice. Right above the 21. Right above the 2000. Above 2K. Y'all already know. Can't hate it. As long as we're hovering above there, let's go. 24.20. You already know we're getting back above it. That's pretty good. Let's see if this week can defend, if the bulls can defend this little cluster right here. And the EMAs on the weekly just look so sexy, man. The only way I change my mind on this is if we get a couple, maybe like 3 daily open and closes below 24.20. Then I would start to question this rally here. Let's see, platinum trying to bounce as well. Really want to see the bulls take out this 11.20 again, so we don't start making this. We don't want this to get built out as a lower high. I mean, unless you're bearish, you do. Palladium looking pretty good above 1500. I like palladium as long as it's above 1500. Looks damn fine. 33, same on GDX. What is it? 39 on GDXJ. Same shit, different day. Let's go to blockchain list. Let's go look at see what woo doggy. Whoops. Little dump fest on green. What do we got? They miss earnings. I guess maybe they're gonna do earnings after the close today. Riot just hovering. Coinbase just hovering. SDIG dump fest 3000. Wow, they missed by a lot. Whoops. Market's not liking that. Wow, super sideways for HUT. It's actually interesting, and they did good on earnings. Okay, this is actually interesting right here. You know, losing 159 is pretty easy stop on this, but not too bad on HUT. Same with Mara right here. As long as it's holding like 860, looks pretty good. Let's go to the minor index. See what that looks like. Struggling a little bit. I mean, it is up 4.5%, but that's 4.5%. Dang, looks so tiny. That's such a tiny candle. Looks okay above these kind of 300 area, but definitely getting a little bit of pressure. This is almost about to build some lower lows, lower high structure on the last month or so. And then cores is still just going sideways. Decent candle though, another hammer candle on Friday. I didn't buy any of this one yet. I'm going to wait till this gets out of the way for earnings, and then we'll see what happens there, which I guess will be at the end of the day today. Usually it has like a little moon or sun over here, but not today. Some of these shit-ass small companies, penny stocks, they are funky like that. All right, Noiz. Let's go look at top traded. Is Apple continuing? Apple's kind of lollygagging. What about Microsoft? Because this is pretty much the market. Oh, look at this, y'all. Microsoft vol flashing up here. Alert, alert. Very interesting. Last time we saw one of those was, holy shit, all the way back over here in February of 21, before this little 7-8% dump, which ended up being just a liquidation break for continuation. And then the time before that was all the way back over here, November 19, which preceded a 25% move. So as you can see, here's a couple more way back in 16. So this is actually a pretty rare instance. This does not happen very often. So we are probably going to get us a little 7 to 10% move. And if it was to the downside, that would be perfect actually to fill this gap for continuation. Interesting too, it's coming up right before the dividend as well. So this is actually kind of setting up for a gap fill, it looks like to me. Yeah, interesting. MU. Oh, we just talked about MU, so we can skip that one. Netflix. Yeah, Netflix actually looks pretty good, about 325. All right, let's go to sector majors. Sector majors. Everything's up today. Everything is awesome. Everything is awesome when you're part of the team. Something like that. You'll know the song. Yeah, man. Wow, everything's green. KRE, banks are saved. Woohoo! Bouncing off that level. Hey, well, that was the line in the sand. They needed to bounce off of here. It was probably going to get really brutal. We're still getting worked by the 21s, though, so we're not even close to out of the woods yet. You can see the bearish momentum on this is very well intact. And it's going to take the rest of this week just to even resolve this. So maybe this week, this will flip around for the banking crisis issue. Oh, man, look at these weeklies, too. Nasty. Let's look at this one. Nasty weeklies. So, yeah, we're going to need at least a week, probably 2-3 weeks to really resolve this, and we'll kind of see what happens. at the end of this week. But do watch these charts, the regionals, very important. Or if you didn't want to watch the regionals, you could just watch the Russell too. Kind of going to show you the same thing. All right, I think that's probably it for today. If anyone has any tickers they want me to go look at, throw them in the chat box, troll box now, and I can go check them out. Other than that, I will be signing off here shortly after that goes into the internet waves. Let's see here. Just going to kind of look at some stuff while I wait for that to get broadcasted. Interesting. This could be a deep retrace. It looks like a 7-8 something pull. It is. Dang, look at that. Yeah, once you look at the chart so many damn times, you can pretty much just tell how far they are. This actually would look really good once it goes back above. Hold on. There's a little cheat code here. Once it gets back above about 325. Okay, that's about what I thought. About 325 back above the mama. This thing could probably run pretty hard. And this is, if you don't know, this is mushroom stuff. So, weirdly enough, I feel like mushroom stocks are going to get love before weed stocks do, which is funny. Hell, I'm in Austin, in Texas, and like, or just outside Austin, but like, dude, I see billboards down here now for mushroom stuff, and you know that's in Texas. That's kind of crazy. So. And I don't see billboards for weed. Let's see what weed is doing, just for shits and giggles. Let's go look. DHR, says Casey Lewis, to go check out. All right, bet. We will go do that after we look at the death of weed. Yes, look at this. Man, brutal, dude. It is just so mean. I mean, there's just weed really won't be able to do anything until it becomes descheduled or decriminalized nationally or something, because it's just killing the sector, man. There's like, I mean, look at this damn chart, dude. Brutal. Absolute shit fest since 2021, dude. I mean, look, there's only been, since 2021, in 833 days, there's literally only been a handful of weeks that were actually up. The weed game is hard, man. Commodities, the prices just keep going down. I was reading this article over the weekend about how in Cali, they're just freaking out. They're like, they used to pay trimmers more than they can sell the pounds for now. They're like below $500. I mean, it's crazy. All right, DHR, let's go check that one out, and then I'm out. I'm out, and then I'm out. Short entry at 225 is what Lewis is saying here. Let's see, 225. Okay, so you're just now getting into it. Right at the very first touch of the 200. Let's zoom in a little. Man, to be fair, this looks pretty shitty, though. This does look pretty nasty. I'd say this is bearish as hell below like 235-ish. Where's your stop at? 239? Yeah, not too bad, man. You always looking, is that your favorite, is try to do about 2-to-1s? I notice a lot of the stuff you post is mostly 2-to-1 ratios. And if that is the case, I'm curious, why did you pick 2-to-1? Is that just kind of what you found is kind of just works for you? Or anyway, yeah, this actually looks pretty good. What's your target on that? 204. That's a little aggressive for me. I would just be looking for a little bit of the lower end of this cluster, because you're taking it all the way to this cluster. But hey, to each his own. Just, you know, sharing my opinion. Yeah, I would look forward to around like 214 or so. 204 is pretty aggressive getting down here. Works for you? Hell yeah, dude. That's all that matters, man. So I hate people when they do their trading shows and like, you have to trade like this. This is the only way to do it. This is how you make millions of dollars, blah, 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 which is probably bullshit anyway. It's like, no, man, everyone's a little different. You got to learn what works for you. Because like I said a million times, there's a billion ways to skin the market cat. And everyone's psychological makeup is just slightly different. So depending on the time frames, how you trade, the trading style, all that stuff definitely matters. So, but yeah, anyway, I do like it for short entry. Looks real nasty below 235. Not too shabby. Let's see here. I think that's probably it. I don't really want to look at anything else, I don't think. Let's look at some AI stocks just real quick. Oh, look. Speaking of AI stocks, AI, C3 AI, whatever the hell, is up 20% today. Holy moly. Beautiful bounce off the 200 here. Very nice. Very sexy. Getting back up into the range. Hell, this thing is going to look pretty good back above 21 bucks. Not bad. Holy crap, Google. What the Google's saying suck it, bears. This AI company is not doing so good. Planeteer's selling off a little bit. Oracle. Whoa! Damn, Oracle's almost at all-time highs. What the hell? That's crazy. It's literally like $5 from an all-time high. That's crazy, man. MDT pumping. This is interesting. This is a high risk, high reward, though. I mean, losing 177 sucks ass, but we're right at the bottom end of that range, so that could be something there. And then Medtronic. This actually looks really good above 87 bucks. Not too shabby. All right, let's wrap this biatch up. Mama Bear, let's go. This is exactly what I wanted to see from Friday's close. Love it. As long as it's above the upper 26 handle, it's okay. It's about what we would like to see for the bulls. And really need to just clear back up into the 28,000s. We do that here this week. That would be pretty damn bullish for me. Also, same for Ethereum, bouncing pretty nicely off of there. But the number, instead of that 28,000, is going to be about 1880s. Somewhere 1870s, 1880s. We start getting back above there. I would definitely love this for just more consolidation for upside continuation. Obviously, there is the lower low here. Lower high. So we do need to take that out right at 2K, but that is like the mega resistance. Above 2K, again, off of this structure, it's probably going to be bullish as F, and we could look for like 2,400 if we get comfy above 2,000. So it's a little bit ahead, a little bit far away for now. Of course, anything can happen. You can get these massive girthy candles, 10% or whatever. But it's about the open and closes. It's never about just one single candle. Well, not never. Most of the time, it's never about one candle. Man, is that good English? No, it's definitely not. Most of the time, 60% of the time, every time. Anyway, about 1880, we get above there. Then we can look for 2K. And above 2K is like, let's go bull, all the way bull boner mode. And so I'll be definitely still hunting for some altcoins, some shit coins that haven't pumped. I did nibble a little bit this weekend, and I might nibble some more here depending on how the next few days. I think by Wednesday's stream, I feel like we'll get a pretty good idea of the bull's strength coming from this level here. Doesn't mean that they're going to get it. They could get rejected right here as we come up into looking left. This could just be relief rally, a liquidation move for the bears continuation. So we do have that in play for sure. But I think even the 458 over the next couple of days, we should get a pretty good idea of the direction on this. So, alrighty, I think that's it. Much love for stopping by. Oh yeah, you already know, just to reiterate this, sideways as hell crap, 4080, 4200 on the majors. Biggest concern is, we actually are pumping back above the 21, but still biggest concern on majors is the regional banks, which aka you can look at KBE, KRE, or if you want to keep it simple, you can just look at Russell. It holds like 16% of its index is pretty much banks, and most of those are regional. So you can just kind of look at this, and as long as this bitch is under 1800, it's not so great. Just like 4200 on ES, it's just kind of neutral. It's not really bearish or bullish, it's just neutral until we get out of those lines. All right, guys, I hope you all have an awesome week. Happy Monday. This has been Z-Rex with no noise. Signing out. Much love. Peace.